Hey there, nation, and welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander Cheapskate, and we are back in another episode of Hobby Side. And on this episode, we are talking about our current progress on Studio 2.0. So if you guys have been watching for a while now, you've been noticing there's been an absence of battle reports on my channel. I've been primarily doing Commander Cheapskate reviews, Hobby Side videos, cheap shop videos, as well as our brand new series, the Way of the Underhive, in order to kind of fill in the gap. And the reason why that is the case is because we are doing a massive overhaul in my house. I'm doing some renovations, and I'm also renovating my studio that I film all of our battle reports in. Now, originally I had originally had estimated the time it would take me to complete this project to be about a month. Unfortunately, it's taking a little bit longer than I had planned. I thought I was going to knock this out in a month. However, though, that is not the case. And the reason why is because, well, one reason was because I work full time outside of my YouTube life. So because of that, I'm using my spare time in order to work on this renovation. The renovation's taking a little bit longer than I was anticipating. For those of you guys who weren't aware, what ended up happening is I have this horrible looking popcorn ceiling throughout the entirety of my house. I have it all up in my upstairs level as well as my downstairs level as well. And so because of that, I wanted to get it removed just to get that stuff cleaned out and to smooth it out as well. So because of that, I've been doing that. The nice part is that most of the hard work is done. I've already kind of pretty much had all the popcorn ceiling sliced down as best I could, and also at the same time I'm also planning on smoothing it out and then retexturing and then painting. And so I've gotten the part down where the popcorn ceiling has been taken out and got that taken care of. We've also added the new knockback texture now to all the ceilings. What we gotta do now is start painting, as well as installing my new hardware for my painting station, as well as for my workstation, as well as some shelving units for my miniatures. So let's go ahead and talk about the progress we've made so far. So in case you're wondering why there's no battle reports right now, it's because all the miniatures that my gaming group and I use are pretty much stored away right now. They're stored in my closets. As you can see, I got this huge stack of Rubbermaid pallets, basically, hefty plastic boxes that I store all of the miniatures in for the armies, as well as most of our terrain. So you can see in this picture here, you can see most of our armies and miniatures are kind of stacked up with the terrain that we use. So because of that, while that stuff is being stored away and protected, I'm pretty much going through my house and getting it taken care of and getting things smoothed out for the most part. So if you're wondering what's going on, our miniatures are safe. Same thing with our terrain. And here's a shot of another closet that we have with all the terrain put away. As you can see, I got a bunch of cardboard boxes as well as printer paper boxes, and I've been storing all the terrain in those. And I got that stored away and kind of scrolled away to the closet for right now, so that way they're protected from the dust being caused by the popcorn ceiling being scraped and things. So it's pretty crazy. So that's the reason why we haven't been doing any battle reports, because all that stuff is in storage right now in the closets of my house, so that way I can work on the ceilings and get everything taken care of, and then I can move on to doing the rest of the studio. Alright, so here's a close-up of the popcorn ceiling, as you can see here. So pretty much what I've learned from doing this renovation for myself, first of all, my popcorn ceiling is safe. There's no asbestos in it or arsenic in it at all. So because I was able to get that taken care of, because it was not old construction, so that was a nice part about this. I don't have to worry about getting abatements or anything like that. So as you can see in this photo, all I basically did is just kind of smooth out the top of the ceiling so far as best as we can. And basically getting that scraped off was a huge mess. Made all kinds of dust all over the dang place. And spent a lot of time cleaning all that up, so that was a joy. And as you can see that we did that for the entirety of all the ceilings inside of the house. We did the upstairs studio, we did the upstairs bedroom, we did the upstairs hallways, the downstairs hallways, all of it. So basically all of it was taken care of. Now I didn't actually take a picture of actually smoothing it over for this part, but we actually took some plaster. We basically lined it across the entirety of the ceiling and got all those gaps filled out to smooth out the popcorn ceiling as well, so that way it adhered to the original drywall. And after that, of course, we smoothed it down and we also sanded it down then. I then also contracted with a contractor to put a texture on the ceiling called knockback texture, is basically what it's called, and basically add some texture and some character to the ceilings. At the same time, it takes care of that whole irregularity caused by the popcorn ceiling that used to be there. So here's a close-up of the ceiling right now in the studio. As you can see, we have that new knockback texture that the contractors called it. So it's all up on the ceilings now. So all the popcorn has been removed from the entirety of the inside of the house right now. So we got that knockback ceiling taken care of. Now the next step, of course, is to paint up all the ceilings as well as the walls where we apply this texture at. My walls are a little bit different colored than my ceiling, so because I had to basically repaint the walls, I'm going to have to repaint the walls of my upstairs anyways to get that taken care of. And that's pretty much the next step that we're going with. So as you can see, here's a close-up of the inside of my office right now, or the studio rather, where we're actually putting everything in right now. So what the next step, of course, we got to do now is to paint. So what I plan on doing is taking some primer, putting primer on the ceiling as well as the walls, and then actually put 2 thin coats, because I know how to do that, 2 thin coats of antique white all over the walls, so that way the rooms are nice, bright, and shiny, so that way we have some really good lighting effect going on for the offices, for the studio, as well as the rest of my house. So if it was just my studio, this project would have been done a long time ago if I was just working in my studio, but I'm also actually renovating the rest of my house as well, getting that taken care of, and that's the reason why it is taking so long to get the battle reports up. Alright you guys, so there you are. So once again, I'm taking a little bit longer than I thought I was going to take on this renovation, but I just want to give you guys a quick update what's going on, so in case you're missing the battle reports, that's the reason why. Hopefully the content I'm generating instead is entertaining enough and help you guys out making decisions on your purchases and painting miniatures, as well as reviews on different products that are being released so far. So what ended up happening, I'm probably going to take another few more weeks to get it all completed, maybe 2, possibly 3 weeks to get it all done. So basically for the next few weeks what I'm doing now is dedicated to painting the walls, as well as the ceilings of all the places that I've actually had retexture done. After that step is done, the next thing I'm going to do now is install hardware for my new painting station that I'm going to have set up, as well as some additional storage on the far wall of the studio. And then finally I'll also get some those Hafsta shelving units that I wanted to get from IKEA, the sliding glass doors. I'll get those purchased and also build those up and put it on the left hand side of the studio. And then once that's all done, the studio will be fully completed, as well as the renovations for the rest of my house. And then from there I can get back to your regularly scheduled programming with battle reports, as well as the rest of all the hobby side goodness that we have. And to be honest, I cannot wait for this project to be done for 2 reasons. One, the project is a major pain to get completed, so that's one reason why I want to get it taken care of. And the second reason why is because it's going to look really nice when it's all done, especially the studio. We're going to have a really nice wargaming area with lots of storage, and it's just going to be all kinds of awesome, and I can't wait to see the end results. So there you guys go. Thank you for being very patient for the build, and we'll get back to you guys with the progress later on. So that's good for this one, you guys. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. Your guys' input is valuable to us as always. Also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and blogger.com for all the latest greatest hobby news related to our channel. That's good for this one, you guys. I'll catch you guys next one. Peace out and stay classy.